Thank you all. This is News Today with WDW News Today. I'm Eric Morton of WDWNT.com. Please like this video, subscribe, and hit the notifications bell to make sure that you never miss the latest from Disney theme parks around the world. Here now is the news for December 18th, 2024. First, we have a live studio audience. A lot of people want to come see our museum. They're here on vacation. They want to check it out, see how we do it. You can go to events.wdwnt.com to find out how you can join them. We have a very massive crowd here today, so you're much appreciated. Also today, we have the wait signs we've been talking about lately. Are you constantly looking for ways to bring the magic of the parks back into your home long after your vacation ends? Maybe you check ride times, wait times from home or the office. Maybe you watch resort TV or you listen to park music on repeat all day. Well, waitsigns.com just released their brand new wait time display, which recreates the nostalgia of the Disney Resort Hotel experience in your own home. I have one right here. There's all kinds of stuff we can do. It can show you what's going on in the parks. It takes a second. Sometimes the monorail doors open, and you can check out a little old school fast pass with the different wait times of the different attractions. Very cool. When you turn it on, you're greeted by a personalized welcome message, just as if you were checking in. You can then tap over to your very own resort channel, which displays actual park hours and special event times. And just like their fully working wait time signs that we showed you last year, these wait time displays show the actual live wait times for your favorite rides. You can even park hop on the monorail and see even more wait times with just a tap. There's also a fully customized vacation countdown, fireworks show to get you excited for your next trip. But perhaps the coolest feature is the virtual terrace that displays an actual live stream of the Orlando skyline, allowing you to watch the nightly fireworks shows over the Magic Kingdom and Epcot in real time. It's like having your own personal window looking out onto parks even when you're miles away. These may be a great gift for the Disney Parks fan in your life who already owns everything they sell in the parks. So head over to waitsigns.com and use the code NEWS15. That will get you 15% off. Thanks for your support. During our recent visit to Magic Kingdom, we noticed that the guest relations window located just outside the gates of the park is currently under refurbishment. The window on the side of the building is covered in a dark scrim and is unavailable to guests at this time. The windows on the right side of the building are still in use, as you can see the line of guests waiting to be helped. The guest relations sign also remains visible on top of the building. Cast members at these windows can help guests with various requests and questions. They also have guest relations inside the park, but this is for people outside the park. We'll keep an eye on this refurbishment for you. Walt Disney World has filed 13 lawsuits against Orange County property appraiser Amy Mercado, claiming their 2024 property taxes were too high. In addition to Mercado, Disney named Orange County tax collector Scott Randolph and executive director Jim Zingal of the Florida Department of Revenue as defendants in the suits filed with the 9th Judicial Circuit Court of Florida. The properties listed in the lawsuits were assessed at almost $3 billion. Disney was required to pay property taxes on over $98 million of this on taxes last year. Disney and other Central Florida hospitality businesses file such lawsuits pretty much every year. This time last year, Disney filed 12 suits. The filings cover various Walt Disney World properties. Disney previously won a lawsuit regarding Disney's Yacht and Beach Club resort property taxes. Judge Thomas Turner wrote in September of 2024 that the appraiser's assessment of the resort for tax years 2015 and 2016 was unconstitutional and invalid, and that the appraiser substantially increased the amount of Disney's tax bill by unlawfully including value attributable to Disney's intangible property. This is, as we said, something that happens often. Walt Disney World Swan and Dolphin, which are on Walt Disney World property but are operated by Dolphin Hotel Associates, also have ongoing lawsuits against Mercado. The properties were assessed at $433.8 million in 2022, and their taxes totaled about $12.2 million. 3 Universal Orlando Resort hotels, that's the Hard Rock Hotel, Loews Royal Pacific Resort, and Loews Portofino Bay Hotel, they're also pursuing lawsuits against Mercado for similar reasons. So this is not an uncommon thing. The Hall of Presidents at Magic Kingdom is scheduled to close in late January, likely to update the show following the inauguration of Donald Trump. Though a closure notice has not been posted on the Walt Disney World website, the calendar lists no hours for the Hall of Presidents beginning on Monday, January 20th, 2025. That's Inauguration Day. As we previously reported, with Donald Trump's election win, he will be the first Hall of Presidents animatronic to be moved back to center stage. Trump is only the second president ever to be elected for 2 non-consecutive terms, and the first since the opening of the Hall of Presidents. The Joe Biden animatronic will be moved out of the central position to a different spot on the stage and join the other presidents. The 2025 EPCOT International Festival of the Arts is less than a month away, and Disney on Broadway concert series dining packages are now on sale. Guests can choose from a variety of EPCOT eateries that offer Disney on Broadway concert series dining packages. Here's what's included with your meal. At Spice Road table, 2 small plates, a shared tahine, a shared dessert platter, and a non-alcoholic beverage or alcoholic beverage for guests 21 and older. At other participating restaurants, an entree and dessert, or 1 full buffet where applicable, as well as non-alcoholic beverages or alcoholic beverages for guests 21 and up. Plus, guests will receive 1 guaranteed seat per person to 1 Disney on Broadway concert on the same day. Here's a full list of participating restaurants: Beer Garden, Chefs de France, Coral Reef, Garden Grill, La Crêperie de Paris, La Hacienda de San Angel, Le Cellier, Nine Dragons, Regal Eagle Smokehouse, Rose and Crown, Shikisai Sushi Izakaya, Spice Road Table, Tepanedo, Tutto Italia Ristorante, and Via Napoli. Advanced reservations are highly recommended. More details can be found on the official Walt Disney World website. EPCOT International Festival of the Arts runs from January 17th to February 24th. The concerts feature Broadway performers singing music from Disney's hit shows like The Lion King, Newsies, Aladdin, and Frozen. Did you know there's a way you can save big at Disney Deluxe Resorts? Well, today's show is brought to you by DVC Rental Store, a great way for you to plan a luxury Disney vacation on a modest budget. Also, if you're like me, you're a little shy about getting that DVC sales presentation, maybe you can take it for a test drive before you talk to anybody. You don't need to sign up for a full DVC contract. Instead, they will allow you to rent the points you need for a magical stay. It really is the best way to stay deluxe at a fraction of the cost. And now, thanks to their lowest price guaranteed offer, you will always have the best price on the market. The rooms are discounted up to 75%, and they have the largest member inventory for points, so lots to choose from. You can search their availability for free right now, which is actually something not all rental companies offer. And if you do choose to book, they have a great cancellation policy and a low down payment. DVC Rental Store is the #1 DVC rental company in the United States, and one we've used many times over. Head to dvcrentalstore.com/WWNT for more information. The S'mores ear headband has officially joined the Disney Eats collection at Walt Disney World. We first spotted the ear headband at the Emporium in Magic Kingdom. The S'mores December collection is the final installment of the Disney Eats collection for 2024. The ears are a rounded square shape, resembling a graham cracker with one corner having a bite taken out of it. The top of the ear features a white glittering Mickey along with brown specks depicting a graham cracker's texture. The edge of the ear and outside of the headband resemble melting chocolate and marshmallow, just like a s'more. The bow is a shimmering brown with a velvet piece of fabric in the center. The back of the ears has the same brown specks as the front, mimicking the appearance of a graham cracker. The Disney Eats S'mores ear headband is not yet available online. However, the Disney Eats gingerbread ear headband from November's collection is still available for purchase from the Disney Store. At any rate, they cost $39.99. Walt Disney World's Monorail Gold recently returned to service with new black deltas along its exterior. The deltas are on the gold stripe running around the monorail. There's a black delta beneath the center windows of each car on both sides of the monorail. The delta detailing has become standard for the Walt Disney World monorails. While many have black deltas, Monorail Blue, for example, has silver deltas. Monorail Gold was on the Magic Kingdom line running directly between the park and the Transportation Ticket Center. The most recent interior refurbishment of this monorail was done back in 2021. Gold artwork was added above the benches at each end of the car, and a gold stripe with black pinstripes was added around the top of the car. The public is invited. We want to invite all of you in January to learn from and meet the minds behind Disney's most iconic thrill ride and the future that never was. Promising Tomorrows celebrates a legacy of reinventing Tomorrowland all around the Disney world, from a high-speed rocket ride through the dark of space to an encounter with a terrifying alien creature. The event is highlighted by a meet and greet, autograph signing with former Imagineers, as well as a full day of panels and presentations right here on this stage, revealing never-before-seen art and untold stories from the creation of Walt Disney's Carousel of Progress, the People Mover, Extraterrestrial Alien Encounter, The Timekeeper, Sunny Eclipse, Buzz Lightyear's Space Ranger Spin, and every space mountain around the world. The event also includes more as seen in our tentative schedule, which begins on January 15th and runs through January 18th here in Celebration, Florida and around Walt Disney World property, with special opportunities to meet those Imagineers that made this all happen. You go to spacemountain50.com for more details, and we hope to see you in January here in our studio. The new Island Tower at the Polynesian Village Resort and Bungalows officially opened yesterday, and one of our first stops was for a new pineapple coconut bread available at Wailulu Bar and Grill during breakfast hours. That bread costs $4.79. It's a Hawaiian sweet bread made with pineapple and coconut and a drizzle of icing and glaze on top. It was fresh, moist, and had a significant flavor of pineapple, but we couldn't taste very much coconut. It's likely the sweetest breakfast item on the limited menu, but a good choice if you're in the mood for a sweet pastry. Also, the walkway connecting the DVC Island Tower and Disney's Grand Floridian Resort and Spa is now finally open to guests. No more walking out there along the street and crossing the street in some cases, I think. This new walkway will allow guests to travel between the DVC Island Tower and the Grand Floridian. Guests could even continue on to the Magic Kingdom by taking the walkway connecting the park to the Grand Floridian. One of the first things you are bound to notice are hammocks near the water. The walkway is also lined with palm trees. Continuing straight ahead is Disney's Wedding Pavilion. The Monorail passes overhead on the left. As you near the Wedding Pavilion, there's a directional sign. The top displays an arrow pointing right, directing guests back, well, to the Great Ceremonial House of Disney's Polynesian Village Resort. On the bottom is an arrow pointing left, directing guests to Disney's Wedding Pavilion, Disney's Grand Floridian, and the Magic Kingdom. With the opening comes a small new merchandise collection as well, celebrating the tower. These items can be found in boutique, as the Island Tower does not actually have a dedicated gift shop or even a front desk. First up is a t-shirt for $34.99. This blue-gray t-shirt features the word mark and icon for Island Tower at Disney's Polynesian Villas and Bungalows. Above the word mark is artwork depicting the sun, a mountain, and the ocean waves in cream. Next up is a mug for $16.99. Stoneware mug also features the same artwork and resort word mark as the shirt. The upper portion of the mug is glazed in a cream color with a light yellow speckled glaze along the bottom. The interior of the mug is also glazed in the same cream color. The mug can hold 17 ounces. There's also a pin for $19.99. The pin itself is square-shaped with a woven pattern behind the tower's word mark and icon. The backing card is also themed very nicely as well. Finally, there's a magnet for $14.99. It comes packaged in a plastic bag and features the word mark and icon for the DVC Island Tower printed on the front. Also, if you saw part one of our full review of the Island Towers restaurant, Wailulu Bar and Grill, stay tuned as we are poised to drop part two probably today. It's already ready to go. Jason and I reviewed a little over half the menu in part one. Now, Tom and Jason joined forces for part two. Spoiler alert, we think you're going to love this place. But yeah, check out the video. We also have articles on our site. While the Island Tower at Disney's Polynesian Villas and Bungalows was about to celebrate the grand opening, well, the Great Ceremonial House at Disney's Polynesian Village Resort is literally falling apart. A WDWNT employee was there and witnessed a ceiling tile fall in the resort lobby, narrowly missing a guest on Sunday at about 4:00 p.m. and crashing onto the floor. The tile was near the back of the lobby behind the Maui statue in the center of the Great Ceremonial House. In the photo, you can see the square hole it left in the ceiling. Thankfully, nobody was injured when it fell. A cast member quickly grabbed the tile, which featured a swirl design, and stood with it. We saw a cast member on the phone, likely contacting maintenance to replace the tile as soon as possible. Again, we're glad nobody was hurt. Hopefully, this is just a one-time incident. The new Disneyland entrance Tapstiles opened on Tuesday in a pre-launch mode and are expected to officially launch with full functionality in early 2025. Disney filed permits for the new gates in December of 2023. Work began on the Disney California Adventure gates in early 2024 and the Disneyland gates this fall. Though some Disney California Adventure Tapstiles were completed first, only new Disneyland Park gates are now open. The gates are referred to as Tapstiles, as sort of the tap and turnstile being mashed together there, referencing the old physical turnstiles and the relatively new tap technology. Per Scott Gustin, the gates are in pre-launch mode and full functionality will launch early next year. Until the gates are fully operational, cast members will stand at them to scan tickets and take photos with their tablets, which they do at the pre-existing gates already. The new digital signs above the gates aren't on yet either. In March of 2024, Disneyland Resort tested new facial recognition entry system at DC RCA gates. That technology is not currently in use, but it appears the new gates will implement the facial recognition. There are screens with built-in cameras mounted on the Tapstiles. When open, the Disneyland Park screens display a Sleeping Beauty castle icon. When closed, they display a startled Mickey Mouse face saying, "Oh boy, this gate is not available." The black lines in our photos, really they're only due to how the screens photograph. You know how you photograph a digital sign and it doesn't always turn out. The physical gates are transparent with a slight frosting and filigree around the edges. The simple design features stars and feathery swirls. More lawyer stuff. Disney has agreed to pay $233 million to settle a class action lawsuit regarding Disneyland Resort employee pay. 5 cast members filed the original lawsuit back in 2019 and became class action in 2021. The cast members claimed the Walt Disney Company violated Measure L, which was approved by voters the year before. It requires Anaheim Resort businesses that receive tax subsidies and their subcontractors to pay employees a living wage. The wage started at $15 an hour and increased each year. It will increase to nearly $20.50 in January of 2025. The Los Angeles Times reports that Disney approved the preliminary settlement on Friday. About $105 million of the settlement accounts for back pay with interest owed from January 1st, 2019, when Measure L went into effect, until the date Disney adjusted wages last year. Last summer, union cast members battled with Disney over contract negotiations for several months. Disney finally agreed to raise their base pay to $24 an hour. On top of the back pay, Disney agreed to pay penalties, interest, and other fees totaling $233 million. Orange County Superior Court Judge William Claster will review the settlement on January 17th. After it is approved, workers will get a notice stating how much money they will receive. The settlement covers over 50,000 current and former employees. Disneyland spokesperson Susie Brown said, "We are pleased that this matter is nearing resolution. Currently, all cast members make at least the Measure L requirement of $19.90 per hour, and in fact, 95% of them make more. What we believe is the largest wage in our class settlement in California history will change lives for Disney families and their communities," said Randy Rennick, an attorney representing the workers. Since the Disney Treasure sails for 5 to 7 night itineraries, some of the rotational dining locations get revisited by guests. They often have a different menu and different entertainment for each night. The first night, guests dine at Plaza de Coco. They enjoy a quieter evening celebrating La Familia with music and dancing. The second night is a more exciting Dia de los Muertos celebration. As part of rotational dining, most items are included in the cost of the voyage. Alcoholic beverages and specialty non-alcoholic beverages are an additional cost. The restaurant is beautifully themed with many references to the film and its characters. Upon entering, you're greeted with a sign for Plaza de Coco. A Rivera family ofrenda is also on display. I love that thing. Featuring photos of Mama Coco, Mama Imelda, and Hector. Marigolds are throughout the display. In the main dining area, a center stage is surrounded by tables and chairs, and a large tree grows in one portion of the room. Popcorn lights dot the ceiling and line the windows around the perimeter. Photos of the Rivera family and other artwork line the walls as well, including photos of Miguel with Mama Coco as seen in the film. The table settings are very nice with themed napkins and placemats. The plateware is custom and features quotes from the film's songs like Remember Me and Proud Corazon. The marigold at the center of our table was even housed in a tea light featuring illustrations of Miguel. You actually kind of get to build that thing. It's kind of cool. During the 2 dinners offered at Plaza de Coco, guests can enjoy 2 different shows alongside their meal. At the second dinner, guests will see Miguel reunite with his great-great-grandparents, Mama Imelda and Hector, with help from his magic guitar. Miguel transports his grandparents to Santa Cecilia's town square, where the mariachi band and dancers are on hand to celebrate Dia de los Muertos, Day of the Dead. We have full video here on our site. I think we've talked about it on the last episode. Full video and plenty of pictures coming. For a full review of the food, you can check it out right here at WDWNT. Wave goodbye to the people on the dock and join us as we review our favorite drinks at the Skipper Society Lounge aboard the Disney Treasure. The lounge is on deck 3, forward of the Grand Hall, and is in the same space, maybe if you've been on a Wish, it's in the same space as the Bayou aboard the Wish. It is a Jungle Cruise themed bar. It is a lot of fun. We reviewed everything on the menu. Yes, everything. So please check out the review on our site. We posted it last night. Would love to hear your thoughts on this place. While we're at it, we've talked a lot about the Haunted Mansion Parlor aboard the Treasure. Tom and I reviewed every spirit in the place. You can find, yes, that's a pun, I know. You can find that video right here on our channel as well. Please check it out. For the absolute latest on these stories and all those that did not make it onto today's show, be sure to check WDWNT.com and follow us on all your favorite social media platforms. You can support the entire team behind this show and others by joining the WDWNT Inner Globe Society at patreon.com/WDWNT. Get access to exclusive content, discounted show and event tickets, and more. Special shout out to all the WIGS members watching who help make this show happen each and every week. For the worldwide leader in Disney Parks news, this is Eric Morton saying enjoy the rest of your today and have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. Thank you.